Hey there, how's it going? It is your muscle building coach, Lee Hayward. And I was having an email discussion the other day with one of my subscribers, and he was asking about chest specialization. Now, this particular guy, he's a teenager. He's still in his first year of lifting, and he's obsessed with building his chest. Right? That's all the questions keep coming back. How often can I work my chest? The best chest exercises, chest, chest, chest. And I'm like, dude, explain your workout routine to me. And his workout is basically just chest and arms. That's it. And I said, are you working your back? He said, no, I haven't started working my back yet. What about your legs? No, not working my legs yet. And I'm like, why not? And then his excuse was, well, I'm training at home. I only have free weights, and I don't have any leg machines to work my legs. And I'm like, that is such a messed up way of thinking about things. Only wanting to focus on your chest and arms and totally ignoring, the big major muscles of the back and the legs. And just as a side note, if you are training at a home gym with free weights, you can still work your legs. You can do body weight squats, you can do lunges, you can do dumbbell squats, goblet squats, calf raises, jump squats. There are so many things that you can do to train your legs, even if you don't have a leg press, a leg curl, and a leg extension. You can still train legs, right? So, get that out of your mind, thinking that, oh, I train at home, so I can't train my legs. That's a crock of BS. Anyway, getting back to the whole chest specialization thing. That is a waste of time for a novice lifter. And when it comes to specialization, the only time you need to focus on it is once you've been training for several years, training your body in balance and proportion, that is. So that means equal emphasis on the chest, equal emphasis on the back and the legs and the shoulders and the arms and abs and calves and forearms and all these muscles. If you're training all those muscles in balance and proportion, and you've been doing that for a couple of years, chances are you may notice that certain body parts will grow and respond faster than others. And this is just mainly due to your genetics. Maybe you have more muscle fibers in a certain body part, maybe there's more blood flow and more circulation in a certain body part, and for whatever reason, certain body parts will respond better than others. That's the way it is for most people, unless you're a genetic freak and everything is just responding equally as well. If that's the case, then who knows, you may have a future in bodybuilding, but for the rest of us, you're probably mere mortals, right? You have certain body parts that lag behind others. When you notice that, after a few years of training, then that's when you can specialize in those stubborn to build body parts. So in my case, for example, my arms are a lagging body part, so I'm doing some arm specialization to try and balance them out and keep them in proportion to the rest of my body. My calves, on the other hand, are a genetically strong body part, so I minimize the training that I do for calves in order to keep them in balance and proportion. You can do this with any body part. So, for example, like some people may find that, their shoulders respond really well, and maybe they don't need to train their shoulders as often, and yet their legs probably don't respond as well, and they need to double up on their leg workouts, or whatever. Maybe it is your chest that is a lagging body part. But bottom line, don't try and specialize until you have at least a couple years of training under your belt. Because if you try and specialize too early, then you're neglecting all the major muscle groups, and you're neglecting a lot of the potential growth that you can develop by training in balance and proportion. So for you teenagers out there who are fascinated with building big pecs and big biceps, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't neglect your other body parts in the process. So before you go worrying about when can I train arms and when can I train my chest, make sure that you follow those workouts up with a back workout and with a leg workout, and then after that, you can worry about doing your next chest workout. This individual in particular, I don't want to mention his name, just kind of privacy reasons and everything else, but he's basically, chest one day, arms the next, chest one day, arms the next, and he was like wondering about, just alternating those two body parts without actually even considering back workouts and leg workouts. And I'm like, man, you don't realize how much growth that you are leaving on the table, if you will. How the results that you're not going to get by having that kind of mentality. When you train those big major muscle groups, that's going to stimulate your central nervous system. It's going to trigger all the growth processes in your body to cause you to get bigger and stronger all over. Can you imagine a physique if you only trained chest, and you actually were successful in building a big chest, but you had skinny arms and skinny legs and a skinny back and everything else. Like for example, I have a picture here of Jay Cutler, right? Can you imagine what Jay Cutler would look like if he had those big meaty pecs, but skinny arms, skinny legs, skinny shoulders, and just big pecs? I mean, it would be the most ridiculous case of man boobs that you ever seen, and it would not be a pleasing aesthetic physique. In order to have that pleasing look, you need to have a well-balanced and proportioned body, and that only happens with proper workouts. So, that's my rant for today. Don't worry about specialization until you have at least a couple years of training under your belt, and you actually need specialization. Don't start off thinking that way. So, hopefully this helps. And if you have any questions, comments, or feedback related to this, please feel free to post those down in the comment section below, and we will chat down there. And in the meantime, have yourself a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Take care. Over and out. And just one more thing before you go. I have a special gift for you. It's a free 51-page report called The 3 Keys to Building Muscle. This report is an easy read, and it covers the fundamentals to getting in shape: training, nutrition, and mindset. The training section will show you how to combine strength training workouts and cardio conditioning together for building lean muscle while burning body fat at the same time. The nutrition section will show you how to figure out the exact number of calories that you need for your body type and the proper ratio of protein, carbohydrates, and fat. It even outlines a sample daily meal plan that you can follow along with. And finally, the section on mindset will help set you up for success by taking a practical and realistic approach to goal setting and following through with your fitness program. To download your copy, just click on the link in the video description below or visit my website at leehayward.com.